Hello, everyone. Hello, spinning wheel. Saying I'm in preview mode and eventually hear that I'm live. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. My name is Bright. If you happen to be new around here, this is the Ginger Prime channel. Tonight, we're playing a little New World. We're chilling. We're relaxing, doing a little fishing. We're going to go chop down some trees, see if we can get at least wood tree chopping to 100, something like that. Maybe that'd be a fun goal. But we're just going to be hanging out, having fun tonight. It's been a busy week, so I haven't been doing much live streaming or gaming. But I finished my work for the evening. I got the kids to bed, and it's nice and quiet at the house. So I figured, why not, guys? If you're with me live, and or if you are hanging out in the archive, be sure to hit that like button if you like these live streams. Just like Michael chumming in. Don't know why that's a word. What's up, Michael? Says, let's go, Ginger. Oh, we got a bear. I got to kill some bears. Hold up. Let me actually select the window, make it the active thing. Let's get some bear love going on, because I've had this bear quest forever. Oh yeah, stun you. That's a fishing and bear hunting stream, apparently. There we go. Perfect. Sweet. Aha, yes, log. Oh, that would be the wrong one. There we go. And let's see here. I meant to actually did not cast it on me. There we go. All right, I'm gonna bring in chat. What's going on, Flocious? Yoshi support, how you doing? I'm gonna bring in chat now. We're all hanging out here in Discord. If y'all want to come join, just kind of chill evening. This should be kind of fun.
Oh, colon,
oh
question
yeah.
mark. What?
Welcome, guys. All right, did we decide where we're fishing?
I mean, I don't know if that's good stream content.
Oh, I'm not interested in making good stream content. I'm interested in making the best fishing stream.
I mean,
if you're in Everfall, is that where you're at?
Arcturus. So the shots again. Arcturus. Where, I'll invite you to group.
Okay. Perseus. There's an upcoming war.
Oh yeah, there's a lot happening tonight. I joined the Warningdale invasion because since there's wars happening.
I marked it on the map in Everfall.
Okay.
It's it's the tower where you have to go to do the Azoth staff quest.
Oh yes.
As you see, Everfall's been taken over.
Yeah, I know. I saw that we lost that, and wars going on for tonight. I'm gonna turn on some good fishing music.
It looks like Covenant has been cheating in their wars.
Oh yeah.
Some CCR for fishing.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you play like the most intense workout music you can find.
Although there's probably DMCA's with that.
I can play the 100 Thieves. They have a hype track, so I can play that.
Or you could do like forward and back, or
what's forward and back?
like
Off the Alexander theme.
you know, what is it? Infinite Entropy or something like that. What is that? What is that song called? The one from Cruise Chaser?
I mean, I just look it up by
Oh,
Cruise
yeah.
Chaser.
All right, let's see here. So you said you marked it on the map.
Yeah, it's a yellow.
Oh yeah.
thing.
I see where you're at. Cool. And heading that way. Are you rocking any specific kind of bait?
I was, but I used it all.
Okay.
I was using clam bait, but that was
Oh.
just from bait that I was using from clams I caught.
Okay. All right.
Generally, I don't use bait. I
He's
just kind of wing
scared.
it.
You just fish no bait, and you're just, I guess, going for experience or something.
I'm just trying to level up. I also just think it's fun.
Cool. The real sign of a fisherman doesn't need no bait.
I mean, yeah. No, honestly, the best part about
with Doritos.
What's up?
You can catch bass with Doritos.
that doesn't surprise me for some reason.
I'm assuming obviously that is
That's
not
a real
for,
life.
yeah. I was like, Oh, I tried to hit him with. I had my life staff equipped. There you go. Just ran up and whiffed on the life staff of the bunny, and he just looked at me and was like, "All right, I'm out of here."
I'm close to the cap.
Seriously though, I do like fishing in real life though. It's fun.
Yeah, I've been fishing with the kids, and then we took Annie and Mikey the other day, and fish were just biting after like everything. Like we couldn't even put them in the line, in the water long enough for them to even like have a second. So hopefully I haven't ruined their like expectation for fishing for the rest of their lives. Like, what do you mean? I don't just toss this into the end of the water and it goes like nuts. Casey with a like on Facebook, you legend. Oh, I should actually make sure I got the Facebook chat up. Not be like ignoring the Facebook. One of the neat things about the Facebook side, and then I've discovered this through like their tools are all divided across. I think essentially like I'm assuming that they're going to be doing some more investing in the back end. But one of the things I can see every chat that was ever made, and I can respond to it. So like, I was just in right now. I'm not like I'm not getting these crazy Facebook numbers, but it was really nice to be like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, what did I miss? Flop, what's going on? Oh, you're struggling to make money in the game? They need vendors to establish a bottom price for goods. Yeah, I think that vendor system, but I don't want them to rush it because I like Final Fantasy XI's vendor system because like there's hours that you can use like certain vendors and whatnot. I think though it'll be interesting to see. Oh yeah, we haven't had the patch yet. Patch tonight. I'm gonna get a solid 2,000 coin, baby.
Yeah.
How's it? I wonder if it's per house you bought.
I think,
oh man.
I don't think so because it was supposed to be in compensation for the
tax UI snafu.
It was anyone who bought a house before the UI fix.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's just any player who bought at least one house, or is it per house?
Probably just one, right?
That's what I would assume, but you never know with AGS.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, not that hell, I have 2 houses. I would welcome 4,000 coin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think one of the things that would help, because I think first and foremost, like if you look and think about how like things were flying off the markets like in the early days, it's a lot of part of that was that people were rushing to cap. So the town boards were useful. I think they need to give players options of rewards for the town boards to kind of keep them somewhat relevant once you hit level 60.
Yeah.
I think so. Going back to your vendor thing, I think there should be vendor stuff, but only for like basic things.
Like white gear.
Like white
no,
gear.
not to buy gear. Sorry, like not to buy gear. Like vendors would sell like, let's say there was a
like potions, bait, food.
But there's
like
certain things in which that you
stuff.
can only buy so much per day. You can only like in Final Fantasy 11 they had like shop hours. So like, oh, that shop's closed on this day. You can only interact with it. So like it wasn't like just a general free for all. It was kind of like, hey, this person's got an established shop.
I'm torn about that because at one point it's like, okay, this is interesting, but the second time it's just like, hey, I need this right now.
Yeah, well then you would go to the market.
Yeah,
you could do it the way that they did it in Warcraft, where your crafting vendors had stuff like tin if you needed to make a particular
like basic materials.
This might sound petty, but I don't want any Warcraft in this game.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like if you needed to make some, like, say steel or something, then you can buy charcoal or whatever.
I think I think maybe not so much charcoal, but like sand flux.
Or
like low level sand, like white sand flux.
Oh. Grind out and like get from the chest is something. If you just need 1 or 2 of them, you don't want to go and run and find it. You just go and buy it from the vendor.
Well, I mean, in that case, like I'd still point you to the player shop, because it's like that's where that should be. So some players like, oh, I don't need this, and they just put it up for sale, and then you say, oh, I need that, and you go and buy it. But what we are seeing is kind of 2 forces operating on the economy at once. You've see an over demand and overpricing, and then all of a sudden you see, you know, goods not needed, you know, because everybody's like, oh, I've hit 60, and they don't have any other need for that, so they were hyper inflated, and then they were hyper deflated. But one of the things that'll be interesting to see is if Outpost Rush tomorrow helps resolve it, because they say that Outpost Rush should help funnel gold into like level 60 players. So I haven't made a video on it, but over on
it's supposed to be one of the major sources of gold in endgame at level 60.
Right, because like they had released an interesting report. Amazon did. For as much people say they're not communicating, it's like they are doing, I think, as good of a job they can. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, I saw that post and I'm just like, where the hell is this person coming from? They're doing a pretty good job in my book.
Oh, well, I think it's just that people were like, I haven't bothered to go and read, and now I'm mad, and you know, essentially some parts of the communication is being, you know, driven off of the content creation cycle. So someone's like, oh, did someone hit a level? Oh, heck yeah, Johnny, yes,
yeah. Back.
Congrats.
It's definitely the problem with the communication is,
oh, they couldn't do better, but yeah,
it needs to be all in one spot, easy to find.
Right. And
Yeah,
right now they have
consolidate.
dev posts, they've got the blog, they've got, you know, Twitter, and it's like, and they're all run and staffed by different teams. So it's like, I think essentially what would really help players out is a kind of a bug and issue tracker. We're acknowledging we've got this, we're investigating, no ETA, or hey, we have an update on this item. These are our top priorities right now. These are our next things that are in line right after that. That way, because essentially someone's like, this is an issue that's impacting me greatly. Why haven't you fixed it? And it's like, you're the one person who's actually getting impacted. Like, you know, but we want to make sure we acknowledge we got it. We're investigating, and
You know it exists.
and to know it exists, because nobody likes feeding into the void.
Earlier. I was talking to Savik earlier. They have tentative fixes, which are just like, hey, we know these are issues. We're trying to fix them. We think we fixed them, but just in case.
Yeah.
Like there was one bug where, what was it? After Outpost Rush, after you spawned back into the world, some people couldn't move, and they were just like, hey, we couldn't replicate this in studio, but we think we fixed it anyway.
My fishing rod broke on cast. That was epic. I was just standing there with no, and it's like, am I fishing or am I not fishing? Who
That's
can
funny.
tell?
The ghost stole it.
Yeah, fishing rod is pretty weak sauce when it comes to durability.
Oh, I don't know why I'm attacking the water.
I mean, water can be
You
evil.
all done it.
I know water is the biggest villain of all.
Water has the Infinity Gauntlet.
No, there's not a company chest that you can throw potions into. But if you guys need funds, we have company funds. Like, I wish that there was a way we would have a small company tax, because like I haven't looked at the company chest, but I know I've put a couple thousand in. I assume there's still a couple thousand there. Who knows?
Almost at 5.
Oh, good. But it'd be nice if there was just a small, like, okay, cool, like it just everybody just
back
playing
there.
is getting a little funneling a little money into the war chest. Because right now the only way that you really funnel money into your company is donations and actually controlling a territory. Oh, downgrades.
Luckily, nothing too major.
What time's the war going on in Everfall? Is that something we can register for, or is that something that we're just like SOL?
If you get picked,
1 hour and
it's
7
picking
minutes.
workshop.
Tonight at 11.
Man.
Eastern Daylight Time. So.
Oh, 10. Okay, so
10.
Do you have to register now? Like, I haven't actually ever.
I
You'd
believe
want to
so.
register early, but the company would probably only pick their company.
Oh, I figure as much. Yes, but
No, they're probably going to pick like level 60s.
well, that makes sense too. Well, then never mind.
Congrats on 58 Savik.
Thank you.
Congrats. I'll drop that in chat. I want to incentivize a congrats culture
I heard the music.
in big letters.
I'm being trolled by this game.
How's the game trolling?
I was like, oh, it needed the squished rawhides into whatever the next tier is, and then the next one says, I want rawhides. I'm like, excuse me.
Dude, the game trolls me in regards to trees all the time. It's like, this is a mature tree. Nope, it's a young tree. Damn it, I need aged wood.
And beyond that, like, I think every tree that I know I can't chop down looks different. What's up, T-Pat?
That's true.
I only have 6. Oh.
I want to become
Stronger
I want to
courage.
become a master fisherman and just do nothing but max casting all day. Like, can we get a record? Can we get a streak counter? We're at 1.
Uno.
How's the fishing work in regards to the controller, by the way?
Oh, it works perfect. I've got it set up to where I hold down on the right D-pad to go into fisher mode. I hit up on to equip bait, and then I cast with the R trigger, and then I just catch, hold down R to reel in, and then obviously you play the little mini game. So it's actually very relaxing.
Yeah, on keyboard and mouse, it's just a 1-button click.
So, Ragger, what quest are you stuck on? Are you on New Chaha? Because if you're stuck on something, maybe we can get you unstuck.
Depends
Oh,
on what level he is.
was that was that a back-to-back max where we did another max cast, guys? So let's keep this max cast party rolling. Make the what is it, like the Fortnite like max kill games, like max casting in New World? It's a 78 max cast stream. Unbelievable.
Ooh, I hope we get Monarchs.
Monarchs is in more.
That'll be good.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Flup wants to know, is Savick always online? I swear it is who congratulated me on 22 earlier today.
Yes, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Medium cast. I
see him
suck.
on.
Sorry.
I see him on like at random times during the day. I'm just like, how are you online?
it is all because if work is very slow, I will literally be lurking and then gathering something that has no combat involved.
But if he gets a Steam Deck, he's going to be on all the time anyway.
Dude, Steam Deck, man. I am so excited for that. And max cast, bitches. Sorry.
No worries, dude. No worries.
I think the Steam Deck is going to open up so much gameplay opportunity for me with Final Fantasy, Lost Ark, New World, Phantasy Star. Like, I'm just going to be testing every game possible on it. And then that's not to mention how Stadia and freaking Medium, how Stadia and xCloud will take advantage, and also even GeForce Now. If you guys haven't seen, this game's on GeForce Now, so anybody who's like worried about like their PC, like, okay, go play on GeForce Now. Like, if you're worried about your graphics card, non-issue.
Yeah, I told my brother about the Steam Deck because he's a Linux fanboy. As far as I'm aware, it's the Steam Deck.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Steam Deck, Linux, Steam Deck, Stadia. Even Microsoft says they're Linux fans now, so it's like at its core.
Yeah, I heard Microsoft is moving closer and closer to a Linux kernel.
Yeah, 11 is the closest thing so far that they have to do that.
That's why Android works so well on
What works well on 11?
Android stuff.
Nice. Mediums. I failed all of
There's a
you.
new Star Ocean game coming as well, Brian.
What's up?
So there's a new Star Ocean game coming as well.
I saw that. What did you guys think? Because my first initial, like, somebody messaged me. They're like, "Hey, you want to go to post a video on it?" And I go, "I don't have good thoughts on it. My thought is, I hope it's good. You know."
I know nothing about Star Ocean.
I love the first one. I adored the first one, and I've fallen off the Star Ocean train. All right, back to the max casting. 38 kill max cast game. It's like good highlight. Just nothing but max casting. and it would be so funny if we had like an entire like meme culture around max casting in New World, where it's like literally just people lose their mind every time a max cast goes off.
So what's interesting is that it's not so much the cast distance, it's actually the depth that you cast into. It's the
You don't
depth
want it to be shallow.
because you get different fish at different depths.
Okay.
I'm assuming bigger fish are in the deep water, but
You never know.
Going in the deep.
I know there's a quest that you have to turn in a large fish, so I love catching large ones.
there was what was it? I had to do.
Just tell them Large Marge sent you.
Oh,
Windowed mode and strict and screen shake trick thoughts.
Oh,
So-
the invincibility bug.
Oh
really?
yeah,
It's
they're
really
actually
good.
patching some of that tonight. So
They patched it a little bit earlier, but I think it was like a temporary fix. I
Okay.
think they've actually fixed it this time.
I hope so.
Oh, I hope so too.
I wasn't paying attention. Raider Blade says the quest called A Selfless Nature. You can't help me unless you're at it. Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, you have to go into the thing and it's instanced. I wish they'd take that away, or I don't know, let you invite people into the fight.
If you're in a party, you can't even go.
I think that you have to be at that part of the quest to be able to go past the wall,
Oh, yeah, probably.
which
I
I,
happen to
don't
be
like.
over leveled enough for it that it didn't actually negatively impact me. Fortunately, I should say.
That is a good rapier. If you don't need it, I'll have it.
Okay,
Hmm.
let me make sure it's not right on pickup, because I'm pretty certain that's why I kept it.
I liked. Did y'all see the Lazy Peon video where he finally figured out how to fish in the game?
I
Did
did.
not.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny. I really
When he
enjoyed
was
that.
continuously just tap, 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 tap. And then he
Oh,
finally
back to
figured
back
it out.
maxing.
Invite me to the party so I can find you.
One
So he's
second,
just
I'm
like
running fish.
rant.
The fishing is very straightforward, I feel.
Yeah,
Apparently, it
enjoy
was
it.
harder in the beta, harder in the beta, and they made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
It was like significantly more complex. Corruption, colors keys.
and you have to
I
be
played
level
some in
50.
the
You have to be
beta,
level 50 for that.
Yep. Some of the faction leaders are, or not faction leaders, city leaders will pick people that aren't 60 if they're trying to complete it. Unfortunately. I think it's in the same spot. Oh yeah.
From what I understand, when in regards to invasions, it all comes down to the final wave.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's win or lose. Like now, the more you do, the more loot. But I think they need to have a sliding scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like at least reward them for getting the final wave in some form.
I think on any wave completion, it just goes up. Oh, got a treasure chest.
I'm thinking
I
more
love when I
reward
fish those up.
up until the final one, and then when you reach that, then reduce the damage, probably.
War was declared. We now have 10 minutes. Should I press F1 on that?
Does anyone watch C and Arsenal?
The soccer team?
No, C and Arsenal.
Oh. Hey, Neil, thanks for
They're
that like
doing-
over on Facebook.
They're doing, or they have been doing a World War I small arms series.
Yeah.
One of their things was like everything was fine, and then war were declared,
War declared.
and they have like a roll of like old wartime footage, and it's hilarious.
I like that. You ever watch Futurama?
Not in a long time.
There was one where Fry and Bender joined the army to get 5% discount on gum. And then he's like, does it mean we have to do anything? And he's like, nah, only if war gets declared. And as soon as they sign the papers, alarms go off and they're like, what's that? And he's like, we're declared.
Like, kind of sort of a passive parody on Stripes.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was. I love Futurama. I really wish that show got more like it. Just I don't know. I'd love to see Netflix get it and pick it up and run with it.
It's weird because I hate The Simpsons, but I love Futurama.
Oh yeah, Futurama I really enjoyed.
And it's the same people, so it's just, I guess it's different humor.
Yeah. Edith, thanks for liking the stream on Facebook.
I think Tracy Ullman had a hand in the creation of the concept of The Simpsons, and Futurama was the show he really wanted to make.
Has anybody seen the
Gotcha.
Netflix version or like the Netflix show that he's making? I haven't watched it yet.
Nope.
The Disenchanted, I think
Yeah.
it's called. I've seen a few clips of it. It seems interesting.
Fine.
Oh yeah, probably gonna do some forest clearing as well. Just gonna strip mine. Let's go.
You gonna strip?
Yeah, unless people hit the like button really quick.
You get to sing the song or it doesn't count.
Another max cast. Y'all are all safe.
Definitely feels
Brian.
satisfying to get a max cast.
What's up?
Please, Brian, if you're going to strip, at least make your camera full screen.
Oh no. I need 2 cameras.
Or you can be like, there are some streamers that are just like, they have like 4 different cameras. And I'm just like, what's the point in that?
Oh yeah, like cut to camera A, cut to camera B. I got a second camera, so this is actually my new camera that I have up here, and then I have my camera that I have on a tripod that I use for like when Chris and I film and when I have more that up close. And I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna get a new one.
Gotcha.
I've discovered something new.
What did you
If you
discover?
get a quest or town quest or whatever that wants you to get something from supply crates and you've already gathered them, it'll let you gather the supply crates again, but only for that item.
Hmm.
But I thought I had been here recently.
I know there's an hour cooldown on chest.
That's how you can tell how long you've been farming something.
Oh man, I lose so much time in this game. I'm just like, oh, it's like should have gone to bed hours ago. Yeah, Steam Deck in this game is going to be dangerous.
Yeah,
I told Julie that if it works real well on it, like I'm going to get her one, just so that it's like we can sit back, put on a podcast
on
or
the
a show.
toilet.
I guess you could, poop and fish. I don't know. As much as that was advertised on the Switch, like the Switch rarely is undocked. So I never really pooped with it, but my thought is, go ahead.
GeForce Now on it probably.
Probably.
So even
or
if
you
it
can
couldn't
stream
handle
directly
it.
from your computer to it easily.
That's true.
What's up?
So you can stream directly from your computer to it. It's got big picture mode because it's a Steam Deck.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you have an idea, T-Pat, what they mean by platinum? Please go on. Hey, Jamies. So the Jobs tries haze video on the client side authority. Sorry if someone else asked. No, I haven't seen that video yet. Somebody asked in chat if I would comment on Exploitgate or something like that, and they said that Josh had a video. So is that the same video that you're talking about, Aaron?
Probably.
I haven't seen it.
I think today.
I could react to it if you guys are interested. I don't know how long is it.
Let me look.
Like we can watch it together.
15 and a half minutes.
That's not bad. I'm not long-winded like Chris. But that still would be a 30-minute, like probably a 30-minute video for me.
Is he there to hear that?
Oh, he knows I love him. He takes a 15-minute video and turns it into an hour. Like, the guy is a genius.
I've seen that. I'm just like,
He does
dude.
make a lot of good points. This is true.
But he did teach me something I didn't know on that video. That's not related to the subject of it, but it was that the crit damage gear is reducing all damage. The crit resistance, rather.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
That's-
That explains why it felt so much tankier when you were wearing that.
Yeah, I have 3 pieces with that passive on it currently.
Oh, that's so part of that is how it gets handled on the client. So he knows for a fact that everything gets handled client, because typically in MMOs it's a mix of both.
I think they're just saying about how the exploit's being done.
Okay.
Implies that it's done that way or something.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm probably 15-minute review. Mine's not. My people still complain about how long mine are because they're like, you talk too much. I'm like, just go watch like if you're just wanting their video, go watch their video. That's why people like reaction videos. It's because typically people will go watch, the original.
Yeah, all those reaction videos to The Verge building a computer were hilarious.
I heard they failed epically.
Oh yeah. Like squeezing an entire tube of toothpaste on a toothbrush.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not how you build a computer. Don't watch that video.
Oh, man, I'm curious now because it's like I actually really agree with one yeeted out there that says now everyone's as an MMO programmer. He only watched 5 minutes of it. It's like, oh man, like there's so much.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that going around. It's just like,
Well, it's clear, like
there was this post on Reddit where it's like, I'm not a programmer. It's just like, then why are you complaining about faulty programming? Like, shut up.
it's so predictable. Like, oh, you get online and the game's playable. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, now let's fix the bugs and issues. Could it have been better? Yes. Could it always be better? Yes. Are MMOs 10 out of 10 games? No. Because typically also people who review MMOs don't like MMOs.
That's the weird thing to me is like games journalists will just review a game just because it's new, not because it's like, this is my expertise. I do MMOs or I do, Metroidvania games. It's
Right.
just like, no, they just do random shit.
Well, and the flip side is then you have someone who likes the genre, etc., and then they might, they might excuse something that the average regular player would be like, that
True,
really
they,
bothers
they
me.
input their bias into it, which is never
Everybody
good.
does. That's why it's like, my philosophy is find a reviewer who aligns with the games that you enjoy, and you'll be spot on or declared.
Isn't that?
That's the Ghost second one.
Okay. But it's here. Give me this black guy. Oh, it's black pigment.
Woo! Chat.
Have you found green pigment?
Where do you find it?
I said, have you found it?
Yeah. Do I remember where it was? I will double check.
Random skeleton. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hopeful for the Endwalker PvP update. I know we're going to learn more about that on the 5th. So I really want 14's PvP to just like really pull me into the game. And typically when I talk about PvP, usually a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like PvP. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to do it. I think it's a vital thing for a healthy MMO to have.
WoW's PvP modes are actually very good. That's one of the few things they've actually done right.
And I think that's one of the reasons why like it's been able to be dominant for so long. Like, oh no, there's no, like, I played Destiny played Destiny so heavily just primarily in PvP because it's like, yeah, sit back, do some PvP, completely optional.
Well, that's the funny thing is that WoW became known for PvP, for its PvP scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just, they have arenas, they have like really cool game modes. Like one game mode that my best friend wants Final Fantasy to implement is Warsong Gulch, which is literally just to capture the flag.
Aaron says, yeah, if that 14 PvP game could become good, then he might not never play another game again. And that's the risk. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Like I would love to be consumed by it. They need to build a community. Like the problem has always just been like long times. Like if you want to just get on and PvP, you don't have that ability. Like it's relegated to the one zone, the one mini zone, the Wolf Spear, and double back-to-back maxes. And it's like, just let us do custom games like out in the open world. We're not talking about free-for-all PvP, just running up ganking people, but let us, like,
Add it to the RP side of it, essentially.
Yeah, let's just set up matches out in a zone that people can watch.
Toggle PvP?
Yeah. Well, I would think it'd be kind of neat to say like, hey, we're going to play PvP. We've got a team 4v4. We'll do 2v2. Then we're going to be in this zone, and it kind of sets up kind of like boundaries. And then you let people like just stand outside and watch. I don't know. Like, it's so invisible that it's like, oh, this game has PvP.
Does Final Fantasy 14 have duels?
It has a dueling circle in the shape of a square, and that's only one small spot, and it's only 1v1. Like here we have duels. We could sit down and say, hey, let's duel, and we can actually duel a 1v1 up to 5v5. And we could do that right now. We could say, all right, we're done fishing. What did you call my mother? She, it's like, all right, let's. It's like,
I called your mother a wonderful, nice human being.
Oh. Well, I forget, and then we're friends.
Okay, let's run.
I could be lying for all you know.
That's true. For all I know. I like that they went with this game also with the toggle. I would be perfectly fine if they added a like a special server that was all PvP flagged all the time, but
I'm okay with toggle. I do not. So World of Warcraft gave me really bad PvP server, like PTSD. Because it's just like you try to do a quest and you're like level 30, and I don't know how much you know about WoW, but you're level 30 in like Stranglethorn Vale, and you're just romping around, killing gorillas and whatnot, and all of a sudden some like a level like 80 rogue comes out of a bush and like stabs you in the back and camps your body for an hour, and it's just like, well, this isn't fun.
It's fun when you're a shadow priest and you can mind control them off a cliff.
That's true, but I was like a warrior, like a fury warrior. I got nothing.
I hear warriors in WoW really have never had much.
Shamans always get the shaft.
Unless you're an enhancement shaman, you're practically untouchable as an enhancement shaman.
Oh, did they buff enhancement shaman? Because it used to be crap.
Yeah, well, quite a bit.
Yeah, I never played enhancement. I only played elemental or resto. Resto, favorite healer.
Yeah, once I had 2 one-handed axes and figured out a way to hot swap my totems, I was untouchable in PvP.
You still have what is that?
Varric says PvP with just fishing rods in this game. Let's do it.
I mean, they can.
Technically, you can do it in, well, not PvP, but technically you can fight as a fisher in FF14.
Yep.
I've done it before. It's hard, but you can do it.
Slap them with the rod.
You just slap them with auto
Yeah,
attacks.
just tickle them a little bit.
Give them the tickler.
That just sounds bad.
That's why I like to say it whenever I'm like, hey, yeah, smash that like button, or you can always tickle that dislike button. You pervert.
Like the smash button.
Oh yeah, I like the smash button phrase. It's fun to say. Sometimes my brain flips it back to normal on me. It's like, oh no, no.
I don't have a secret fishing spot where you guys are.
I don't know. This isn't a secret spot. People are coming and going. Mostly going.
That little lake northwest of you guys has a 1-star broad fishing hotspot.
Does it?
Does it not show you on your map?
Maybe. Oh yeah, I see the 2-star now. That I'm 20.
I didn't check.
Oh,
200, 200
I just
meters.
showed
I'm gonna go to
right.
that. I'm gonna go check it out. I haven't done the hotspots yet. Well, not in the live build.
You guys are surrounded by portals.
I'm surrounded by nothing.
Ooh, it's a 1-star. Okay.
Yeah. It's not very much, but it respawns pretty quick. That's what I've heard. Sorry. I stumbled into wire fiber.
When do you see 2-stars?
I see 2-star right now at level 20.
If you
I
look
haven't
at the
seen
trade
2-stars.
I'm going to a 2-star right now. Okay, so I see it bubbling.
See, for me, that's a 1-star.
Oh, you're higher enough level. If you haven't been to the spot where the fish spawn, I think it won't show it to you.
I do not know if I'm in the zone.
Oh, he went to the 2-star that was south of you guys, actually. Did you want to turn around, Imran?
Oh, there. Okay. Hey, go away, Wolf.
I got a free XP. I can't skip these. After discovering I need a billion earth motes to make.
How do I know if do I need to hit it on the spot? Like,
Yeah.
You need to get your line in there.
if
It
it's
won't tell you
pulsing,
if you
does that
got it.
mean I got it?
It can be a little tricky.
I don't think it.
No,
uses
it's
indication.
you have to do it by sight.
Well, no. Like, how do I know if I'm actually getting in it?
You have to do it by sight.
Yeah. Guesswork.
Kind of annoying.
I think it used to tell you, but it doesn't tell you anymore.
Yeah, in the last patch, they messed up the thing that told you.
Oh, it is supposed to tell you?
Yeah, it would tell you if you were in the hotspot, and now it's not doing it.
Okay.
Like peasants rejoice, we fixed it.
Feel like I'm in it. There we go. Is it supposed to give me more experience, or?
Just for more rare stuff. That's like higher chance to get uncommon.
They do seem to bite quicker as well.
Yeah.
Aquatic snail. They do bite quicker.
Oh, no one level. Oh.
Yeah, chat's saying they'll say that if I landed in the hotspot, so need to keep my eye
Yeah,
out.
they bugged it though. Apparently, in this last patch.
All right. Oh yeah, now they're following it up with like, oh, we didn't know they boinked it.
Do I try the level 25 portal? Turns. Make sure I'm wearing my gear. Oh, I think someone's doing it.
Small electric eel.
I got a medium electric eel. Ooh.
Ooh.
Thanks. Got a chunko.
I'm catching all these snails.
You can descent them for bait.
Escargot, anyone?
I think it's saltwater bait.
I haven't even fished in saltwater yet.
Oh. Port failure.
Let's see here, and let me see what fishing rod I'm using.
I forgot that breaches gave you gold.
Let's see here. I'm rocking a aged wood fishing pole. So it's got freshwater's brawn. 10% line strength, 10% durability, and 5% cast distance during the daytime. Perks.
I got the fishing rod that you want. I can't trade it because it's mine, of course. But I got this boy.
Does it have a line that goes in the dark so you can fish better at night?
I guess you could say that. It has lucky day and lucky night.
My button decided to fail. All right, no worries.
Lucky Day was one of the three amigos.
You mean 3 amigops?
Oh, yeah.
Yups.
The 3 amigops.
Chevy
That
Chase's
was a
character.
good show.
Fade me when you're done.
Oh yeah, gold sellers, man. It's a problem that I don't think there is a solution for. As if there is somebody willing to buy, there is somebody willing to sell.
Make the gold bind on pickup.
Ugh.
I mean, if you can't trade it, you can't sell it.
Well, I would just
I mean, you said you need them.
just then and go and say like, all right, list this thing for 50, million or whatever, and I'll buy it from you.
You can
Yeah.
trade. Can't you trade us up to a certain amount?
Mm-hmm.
Aha! I figured it out. Might as well get my fishing to 26 real quick.
It'd be kind of neat if you could like break down perks when you break them down in order to try to then reapply them later.
I got a treasure chest.
I love when I get treasure chests.
Ooh, brilliant onyx, nice.
Like,
Yeah, if
the-
perks broke down. Oh, treasure chest. If perks broke down into like if you had like a chance to get the mod for it,
Mhm.
that'd be cool.
Well, and maybe like just giving you then a slight, increased opportunity, because we have like crafting mods. I mean, like, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna try to target a specific perk. It's like, yeah, like not a guarantee, but a way of like, oh, cool, I've got these new. And honestly, I'd say make them sellable. I think the first thing that would be a real boost is that they need to make the dungeon tokens, the dungeon keys, tradable and sellable. Because it's like, all right, if you don't want to craft them, then somebody else can.
Yeah, they should definitely do that.
It's like the level 200 refining stuff is not tradable.
I think they
has
made it so that you can trade the dungeon keys. People would be more willing to run dungeons more often.
Yeah.
So the people that need to do it for story clears would actually be able to get it faster.
Also, making the solo version of the portals actually give you something.
Yep.
There's solo versions.
Yeah, there's ones that you can do solo.
Mind you, the higher level ones I don't think are soloable despite the description.
Is there any deep water in this little pond, or should we go back to where we're fishing in the deep?
I would only move once it's no longer bubbling.
Yeah, it's no longer bubbling.
Rip. If you go northeast, there's a baby broad hotspot.
Really, what I more than anything want is salmon. I guess, like, how much are snails going for in the markets?
The only one I know about is fish fillets.
Another minor change I would make is I'd love to be able to pull my inventory while running.
Kidding.
Yes.
Oh, 100% bring, 100% flop. This is, I think, an incredible foundation for, you know, the next 10, 20 years. And my only fear is that people who, you know, like, come in and just like make the most awful requests. They're like, I really hate this about this game. Please add it to this one. It's like, no. Be cool.
Cool. Or if people get burned out too fast and the player base just tanks.
Yeah, I think no matter what, that was there's no fixing that. I think like I've said it since, you know, for the last year, like the real test, the real thing that they have to do is have some good updates, but it's about that first expansion, because that first expansion is like, great, we've got, you know, we've got a whole, assuming a year or two under the base game's belt. We may, you know, this is our, you know, community, and boom, now we're ready to sit here and, you know, because that first expansion will communicate a lot to the casual player base who just kind of hops from game to game, like, oh yeah, Amazon's in it for the long haul.
Do you think they should have maybe slowed down the amount of leveling that you can do? Like, say you push into, say, Reek Water and you're like level 23, because it would take longer to get towards the end game?
No, because I don't view the end game starting at level 60. I view it starting at level 1. Because like what I feel like I'm doing right now is end game stuff, because like everything for me has value. What I would love to see is at level 60, then you enter into a system of post progression of, you know, like, I don't know, glamour like levels, that it's not for power, but every XP, every level's worth of XP that you end up gathering, you get some nice rewards and some just like kind of a thank you. And, you know, maybe like it shows kind of like, oh yeah, you're level, you know, 70 or 80, but like, you know, in reality, you're still level 60, kind of as a, just kind of a visual kind of bragging rights or something like that. But I think the shortest thing that they could do to kind of help benefit is take town boards and say, oh yeah, the XP that you used to get, you can now turn that into extra money, or you can turn that into extra town rep, or I mean zone rep. But
I guess the reputation might be a good alternative. It's more of that.
I just think like giving the players the choice, because what you saw with the economy was everybody was using town boards because everybody was playing it like, oh, I got to get to 60 as fast as I can, because that's what they've been trained in other games to do. And here it's like I'm level 33 and I'm having an incredible time, and tomorrow I'll probably hit level 34, and the next day I'm probably level 35. You know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I feel like if I feel like questing, I'll go quest. If I feel like sitting here fishing, I'll go fish.
Yeah, so I mean, the map is going to be huge. You can kind of tell.
Oh yeah.
So it makes you wonder, is like, okay, so if people are already at 60 and they're like, well, what do I do? I already did everything, every piece of content that exists except for maxing the crafting. Is like, so now what do I do? And they've got a year to wait.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have to wait that long.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Maybe they might have like another region coming down the pipe, maybe in like February or something.
February seems to be the most realistic time frame if you think about it in terms of game development and having a live game. So once Amazon kind of gets their footing, plus you're also going through the holidays with November and December. You know, the team's been working hard, let them rest up, and then, you know, just deliver a stable game and keep little updates coming out that I think every week is going to be kind of a good choice. And eventually they'll establish a cadence where they're not having to work on critical bugs. And then what you do is you start dropping a new weapon here and there, and you start and maybe a new zone would be something to happen pre-expansion, or maybe that gets all bundled and rolled into an expansion. Either there's no wrong answer in that regards, but I think essentially, like, with that first expansion though, like, you want to be able to then start bringing in more and more content. One of the things I'd love to see personally is that when you go look at all the taverns, like, I'd love to see some kind of card game or some kind of other kind of things being added to this world that you could be like, all right, I'm gonna play cards tonight.
Like New World's version of Gwent.
Yeah,
That could be an interesting thing.
I just want everything that gets introduced to be related to the players, the economy, and more. Like, a lot of the feedback I feel like I read on the forums is very theme park model, and it's like there's strengths in the theme park model, but just like we were having the PvP conversation earlier, like, one of the things that's going to keep people engaged while they're waiting for quote unquote new content, PvP. It's the faction war, it's sandbox parts of the game that are like, oh yeah, like, you kind of, I've always kind of viewed it as theme park games are games that you visit, and sandbox games are games that you make a home in, because it's like, all right, I'm just kind of setting my roots and doing my thing. But that's just my old school MMO player in me.
Yeah, I can dig that.
I can sympathize with that.
Then
And then at the end of the day, like, I know very well that I'm going to be playing Endwalker in November, like, and I think that when I look at it, like, with this and with Endwalker, like, these are going to be, I think, very complementary games, because very different style. I honestly look at this game, I know Yoshi Peasley said he's looking forward to playing New World once they release Endwalker, and I think that's going to be really exciting to see, because one of the things I think that's going to benefit all MMO players is getting a little bit more new ideas injected into the genre. Well, and not having a king, like with WoW, like, it was just always like so dominant that you had to speak their language. New World isn't World of Warcraft, and that's a strength and a weakness, and you see it from people coming over going like, wait a minute, like, I'm used to MMOs this one way, and they're not, like, they it has different things.
It feels like Ultima.
Whoa, TPAT might be moving cross country when Endwalker releases. That's a rough time for A, moving, B.
That's a long way to go for an expansion.
They're only releasing it in the East or the West or whatever.
can you imagine? Yeah.
And for me, Endwalker in November, and then Horizon Forbidden West in February.
Oh, they got a release date for Forbidden West?
Yep.
That's great. I'm looking forward to, hopefully they get Spider-Man on Steam soon. I'd really love that.
Yeah. God of War is coming.
I saw that. Yeah.
Exciting.
Bloodborne might be coming as well, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that probably will be the next one, because you'll have Uncharted 4 and 5-ish, and then, yeah.
Creek water. You butt. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go just poke my head downstairs and listen for the kids. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm gonna spend 800 gold.
Spin that money.
I wouldn't, but go for it.
Oh, I can. Awesome. My recall was
What are you
up.
buying?
The other 2 more pieces of the Arcanist outfit, so I can get maximum crafting quality.
Oh, okay.
One of them's actually cheap. I think it was like 100 or something, but the other one's 600. But it's like the only one, so I'm like, well, like, I'm sure I would get it on my own eventually later on. So I am kind of wasting money, but I also did just get paid 500 gold to just do nothing. I'm not really wasting money. Where is their trading post? The hat. This hat's so expensive. It's only recently gone down slightly in price. Okay.
I'm pushing the door on 40.
Nice. 45 is the fun level for the final bag slot, though. Oh. You will have access to... What's that thing called?
On the next tier of faction gear for one.
That is true. I've had a brain fart. Give me a second.
Ring? Earring?
Yes. I actually didn't equip an earring for like 3 levels. I think it was 43 when I finally did. Common health potion.
Bag slot at 45.
About to turn in 3 faction quests, so I'll probably get 40 from that.
All right. Yeah, it's when the kids become too quiet that you're like, now they're all asleep. I just have a little timer, so I just kind of poke my head down, make sure everybody's doing okay. I have the door open and I only have one ear cup on, but I want to make sure that, like,
It's when it's all quiet that you have to worry.
well, it's also, I just want to make sure that if they were like busy, the Elizabeth, if she was like, you know, waking up or having a hard time falling asleep or something like that, that Julie's not like manning the army. Love that moon, dude. Yeah, the game's got itself established, solid foundation. Just gonna miss that fish. Hey, got an achievement for missing. The
It's
Really crappy.
trophy.
I know. It's like, hey, here's your 0-point achievement. Perfect. The no, solid foundation, beautiful visuals, excellent sound design, fun game, lots, just big open world, lots to do. And then yeah, just keep adding on. Like, content is king. Content at the end of the day is king. You get smooth running, you fix your bugs, keep adding content. That's actually one of the things that I think is really interesting and potentially very exciting with Lost Ark is it's launching as a 4-year MMO RPG. You know?
It's been going for 4 years, or it's only going to go for 4 years?
It's been out for 4 years already in Korea.
Okay.
And it's still going. In fact, I think they've recently just had a whole nother surge.
Is it Nexon?
No.
I'm not
A small gate.
I'm always a little afraid of...
Korean MMORPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're always risky because essentially by the time they come here, they're usually dried up back there, but it's actually doing really well, and that's one of the key strengths.
I like Dragon's Nest for a little while.
The other RPG MMO that I'm really excited to share with you guys as soon as we get more, details is Blue Protocol.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that one.
That looks interesting.
Yeah.
I've generally liked games Bandai Namco has published, so I'm like, well,
Oh, James,
congrats.
way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll miss that fish for you, James. Level 40, big achievement. Yeah.
When they're raising the tokens cap
Yeah.
tonight, so
I think that's nice. I think that's a good choice. Then, I would rather have it to where we could spend tokens to maybe increase the cap ourselves, but I get it.
I'm really close to the tokens cap, so it'll be nice.
Ugh, man.
I'm getting close to it too.
I've hit token
Nice.
cap, and then I once I hit 35, I'll go do the next faction quest to increase my faction rank.
My corrupted coding did not sell. It's in my storage.
So I do know that Blue Protocol was bouncing back and forth between, yes, we're an MMO. No, actually, we're kind of single player. No, we're an MMO.
Really, I
Right now.
haven't seen that narrative.
No.
No. But maybe that was back in this early days. Because right now I know it supports controller. I know like they want to bring it global, but most likely that means Japanese, first release. Then as long as it doesn't get stuck, but they already have deals that they're pinning with even Smilegate to bring the game to like to Korea and in different places in China and Taiwan, like all that.
Yeah. Just really hoping that Square decides to bring Dragon Quest offline to the West.
It's interesting they're doing that. I think that sets them up to be able to bring it. It's unfortunate that we're not going to get the MMO. I guess it's very niche.
Yeah, maybe. So I was reading something this morning and said that there's an achievement when you finish the offline game. You get some kind of rejuvenation or whatever, and it lets you to bring your offline character to the online game. So maybe if we get it, then we might get the online version too.
Interesting. What do I do with it? I don't have storage.
Wow.
Is there a weekly reset on Faction XP? I think you just hit cap and then you have to level through your cap. But I know another treasure chest. Awesome. You get every day, there's like a little bonus that you get on 3 of your faction quests.
It also increases the
That
money,
one that resets.
which is
Yeah, I really hope that they avoid the temptation of dailies and weeklies and
at least not
getting
in
that-
lots of places.
that FOMO. It's artificial FOMO that I don't like. It's like,
No one wants my Fey Iron. I don't know what to do with it.
your Fey Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
won't
it's
sell.
like you got it. Like that's what's the thing. Like they drop so many weapons and armor that it's like they need to kind of look at drop rates. Like I got a hammer, a blue hammer off of a wolf, and I was like, okay, like maybe can we limit that?
Well, overall, I don't mind having it. It's more of there's nothing to do with it.
Right.
It's only used for like one item, early levels, and then nothing.
Yeah, there's definitely some item economies that they need to switch up.
I can pick up a quest at level 40 that I can't do until level 55 recommended.
Yeah, Flup. I think it's like there's the quest to increase your faction is at level 25 or something. And then like I'm at the next cap, so I've got it to where like I'd have to go pull it up, but
Well, so this quest is not from the faction guy. It's from some lady in Weaver's Fen. I do the quest and then I get a box that has some kind of like transference thing, and it's for gear.
mm-hmm.
But recommend level 55.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a tag for another type of quest or something. So
I like when like going into areas it says like, oh, this is kind of the level and this is kind of the group that we designed this for. Oh, I'm sorry for yawning. Man, I'm probably more tired than I realized. It's been a long week.
Maybe fishing is boring you to sleep.
No, I was already tired. That's why I was like, I just want to fish. just want to fish and chill.
Some low-key, low-energy fishing.
Yeah. Still shooting for
okay.
Maxi.
I respect that.
Brightwood Isle. I think it's.
Yeah, because if I can, I'm gonna play and stream some Final Fantasy 14 on Friday, because they got the new Mogul event. So I was like, oh, that'd be fun. And then we got the live letter. We got the live letter next Friday. So it's like, oh yeah.
I have to grind out those tokens because I kind of do want to get that jacket.
You can customize your character, I think, decently well. I mean, it's got a handful of obviously faces, hairstyles, colors, and features that you can add, Mana. But it's not like there's no races. Like everybody's a human. Or are we human?
We were undead humans.
Technically, you're not wrong.
Do I teleport or do I walk there?
How's your Huzzah?
It's doing good because I'm at 800, but it's also like not that far. I'll save it and just teleport to Weavers later. Did we lose the war? Oh no, they're still in war. Wait. What?
So compared to BDO armor, can anybody here a BDO player? Like I tried BDO and I just couldn't get into it. And
BDO
even though it seems like
outfits-
it's my kind of game.
BDO outfits are flashier than the ones in New World. The dye system is not as robust as BDO, but I mean the regular gear itself in New World, I think looks better than
Some of the outfit, like some of the things you get are just like phenomenal. I was like,
I think
Ooh.
the regular in-game gear looks better than the store-bought gear.
oh yeah, like the store-bought gear is just like,
But it's not like BDO where you have like 5 different variations of basically the same gear. So
It's like
there
a
are
grind fest with the gear like Phantasy Star is.
yeah, exactly. So unlike
Phantasy Star is all about those
BDO.
booble jiggles.
I mean, so is BDO. BDO is it's a running gag that basically it's a waifu simulator. But this game is not pay to win like BDO.
Not yet. You never know. Like I
Not
remember,
yet.
like
Hopefully
any
never, but-
game can go pay to win. I fight against this philosophy that it's like, oh, they launched this way. Like you get that this is a game of constant change, right? Like now I don't think it's going to go pay to win.
It's a live
Right.
service.
I don't think it's going to go pay to win, but somebody was avidly just defending like what was that Chinese MMO that launched this summer? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? I played
Swords
it.
of Legends Online.
Swords of Legends Online.
Last Unleashed.
And they were like, and I was like, they spent so much time talking about the cash shop, and it's like, all right, like, you know, it's been an hour. Can we show the game? Like, come on, guys, let's go. And someone's like, oh yeah, it's not pay to win. It's like, it all depends on your definition of pay to win. And like, I'm not worried about how it launches. I'm like, you know, how's it gonna fare in a year? Like an MMO is not just a game or a service, but it's also like, you know, it's a community. It's in a way, it's a promise because it's like, okay, I'm willing to put my time in, and I hope that investment is returned with, you know, even more fun. You know, oh no,
There are some people that won't play an MMO unless it's been alive for a few years.
I won't watch a series that comes on television now unless it's been out for a while. And repairing this rod is like expensive. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, they're pretty weak.
Random.
That needs yeah, we need to get that fixed.
I kind of agree. It's sort of I generally like a lot more shows, but I don't like to be like whatever I'm watching will never complete, so I'll never know what they wanted it to end like.
Yep.
Like that's not
I
satisfying.
mean, Space Above and Beyond. It's a good example.
Thomas says 14 is pay to win. Some people like, and he's obviously joking about Glam being the end game, but some people make the argument about the bike. Like, it always comes. It's hard to have conversations with MMO players or gamers on the internet. It makes sense, and I'm not saying that it should be easy, but the like good game armor is a real thing. If people are having fun in your game, like it is you have to be very careful how you speak about it, and because people typically aren't willing to have like discussion. It's like the game is the best, or get out.
The bike used to be pay to win, but since you can go just as fast as the bike just through playing the game, it's no longer pay to win.
Yeah,
That's my argument
the
on this.
change they also made to having you be able to unlock the speed boost by the fates was a really good change to help kind of deflate that argument, because prior to that, like if you get a run and go faster than everybody else for the entire expansion, before everybody starts unlocking that extra speed boost. Like I was like, oh, hey. Like I went to FenFest. It's like I already had the bike, and you better believe I was riding that thing because it was faster.
Yeah, why would you intentionally nerf yourself at that point?
But from what I understand, the speed of the bike was actually a design choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just super goofy if it went at normal speed.
Yeah. And they explain that, and it's like, that's what it is, and yeah, okay.
Actually, does remind me how he usually is like, it's all about explaining your thoughts behind everything.
It is.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening, like one of the big, like people were saying Amazon's having communication issues, is like, right now their answer is like, hey, we're looking into it, we'll let you know. And it's like, what people I think would enjoy is more detail, but the problem is that you end up giving gamers too much detail, and then you have like content creators that will go and take that and they'll spin that, and then like I get people in the comments all the time like, isn't this game X, Y, and Z? It's like, it never was, but like I know based off of who asked where they're coming from, like, you know, within like their who they like to watch based off the question, because it's like, okay, yeah, I remember that video too. You're not necessarily screwed with bow rifle, man. You could literally equip some gems and augment your damage type.
Yep. The main thing with it is it's just a lot of ammo to carry around.
Yeah, ammo. It's a lot.
Not that it's expensive, but
no, but I mean, for a stack, it's 50 weight, and if you're starting out, it's not a good way to start out because
no,
you can't
it's
carry
heavy.
as much stuff.
well, I mean,
Heavy.
I mean, if you're carrying an extra stack
yeah, it's the
of
carrying
arrows
the
and
extra.
of arrows and bullets, that's 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's the carrying the extra. But if you're using those two, I guess you just have to keep buying it when you walk into the cities, at least for a while.
The only thing bad about bow and musket is that one, it limits you to damage type. Two, it limits you to being ranged only.
In a party, that shouldn't be that shouldn't be an issue in my mind, but
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, most of the game is, not most, but a good portion of the game is solo content.
Until the higher levels.
Right.
But I don't see an issue with it. It's just a matter of figuring out.
I mean,
which
if you want to
to
do it, that's fine. I'm not like trying to dissuade you. I'm
be your
just
main
saying,
weapon.
But
Because the way I feel is a lot of times it's kind of you have your main weapon and your sub weapon that you swap to.
right.
And they both have, all the weapons have like a more supporty build in their kit. But a lot of melee weapons do the same type of damage, and people do double melee. So
That's
it's
true.
not any different.
But right now,
the
like,
new
hatching-
bodies for Ebb and Scale.
Evans, yeah.
Oh, does it have an invasion or a war?
Oh, it's a war.
I missed it. I love the traps on the rifle. Let me see here. I think I have my rifle on me. I can show you how it works. It's really amazing.
I wish it worked on more enemies, or at least still did the crowd control effect without the root.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of
Oh, you
the
mean,
bigger enemies would ignore it.
You mean the trap?
Yeah. Or at least if it, I should mention it, at least in the UI tip, being like, yeah, this ability doesn't work on most of the enemies that are actually, that you want.
Right, because then that becomes
Well,
like
it should-
completely
it should-
pointless.
Maybe not most enemies, but it should be like it does not work on certain enemies.
Yeah. Only because, like, the regular bear that's not a star, it doesn't work on, for example.
Right.
And I'm like,
Grab a trap. Oh, he's trapped. What up? Oh, boom. You want sticky bomb? I missed. There you go. Sit down. I like the trap and sticky bombs. If I can actually hit somebody. level's this portal over here?
Should be 25.
Come on, musket. All right, fine. Get my butt kicked. Long potion cooldown. Sit down. Oh no! Oh! Can anybody res me?
Where are you?
I'm here in this portal, right?
Oh,
I see you. Like your Marin's 120 meters, so they're the closest.
it's I
Those
think
bombs.
It's AFK, though. I am too far.
Good callback, Flup. Good callback to that earlier today. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. All right, I'll res. Boom. All right, nearest settlements.
Oh, I don't want the folder. Fine.
Yeah, weapon swap isn't bad at all. Like I had my gun. I wish I had my heal staff.
The weapon swap, I think, with the ranged weapons is slower because they have to finish
One
their
second.
pullback animation.
You have to finish their reload.
You don't have to finish reloading the gun. It just has to finish the stock. But I haven't tested it with the bow. Like, it makes sense when you stare at it, but in the midst of combat, it feels like forever. On the snails. Money. Chess. Oh,
And done.
Congrats on 16.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's all.
5 levels in a day.
Good lord.
That was a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
That's too much leveling for me.
All right, I'm back. Julie was just calling me.
Ah. You missed it.
I did. Man, gunpowder is dirt
nice
cheap.
Hit 60 while you're gone.
I know. I saw that. I saw congrats. I actually unmuted and said congrats, and then went back to the phone call.
Ah.
Is there an easy way to find where's the fish category?
It's resources. I think it's just in general resources. Ouch. Guess I'll eat food.
How much is age wood going for?
Probably if I had to guess, between 0.2 and 0.3, without looking at the market.
0.05 right now for aged wood.
Rip.
Yeah. Like, all right, I'll just hold on to it. How much is rugged leather going for? Hey, 4 for that. Holy crap, yeah.
Fine. I wasn't gonna murder you.
What's your carrots going for now? Nope. How much is small salmon going for? What are these guys? 5? Hell yes.
Nobody's fishing.
I guess that's what I'm doing now, boys.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware,
Money
fishing,
bags McGee. Sorry.
you're good. Is the best way to make money because no one's doing it. Like a lot of it, I should say.
Small perch. 20 for a small perch. All right, boys. Make me some money. What's up, Krypton? Dude, oh my gosh, Krypton, I'm so excited. Thanks for stopping by while you're at work. Oh man, dude, November, we're almost in November, and I try not to be the guy who's like, oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait for this game, but I can't wait, man. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be really hard to balance my time between the Final Fantasy and other things.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of at a point where it's like, I'll get there. I'll get there, guys. Like, I'm not. Man,
I'm
40?
totally the hyper focus on one thing for like a chunk of time.
Nobody's selling small trout. I might just turn those into fillets. Let's see here. Do I have any?
Fillets are worth a decent amount, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for my large. Here's some large trout. Let's see here. 60. Yeah, I'll sell that for 60. Medium perch. What do you got? What do you got for me, perch? 50. I'm gonna.
Oh,
Large salmon. There we go. So how much are these going for? 36. And I got 2. I'm gonna hold on to my large salmon. Oh, I'm only gonna check here. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, let me bounce around. Got some. Did you still need a Zoth water?
I don't actually, because I got it to 200.
What do you do? What did you need it for?
It makes level 60 health potions.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So whenever you want level 60 health potions, basically that's use that and a couple and earth and soul motes, and you get health potions.
Okay, roger that.
So they're good to have.
Apparently these anchors sell for quite a bit. All right, let's see here. All right, let's pull up the inventory. Take a look at our fish. Small trout, I'm gonna salvage you for those fillets. Large pike, I'm gonna go and salvage you. What are you gonna give me? For 3 to 4 fish fillets. Okay, so the bigger the fish, the more fillets. Perfect. Got a soggy boot, salvage. For some leather, I like that. Tadpole, what do you give me if I salvage you? Life mote, 12 life motes. I might just sell you on the market.
Yeah, they're used for town board stuff tadpoles are.
Well, let me put those up for sale. Boom. All right. Yeah, because it's search from the buy. All right, cool. Next up. Oh, sorry, Mana. What did it ask? What store is this on? I assume. Oh, yeah, it is on Steam. In fact, Mana, no pressure to do so. If you do, I have a link that benefits the channel if you purchase the game through that link. It's the same price, but if you click the link, thank you very much. If not, no worries. But it's in the description. If you decide it gets you the Steam key and you're ready to rock and roll. Medium trout salvage. Small dragonfish.
Durgan.
What's up?
Oh, I just heard dragon and I went Durgan.
Durgan. Should I try to sell blues, or is there a demand for those? Gets me fish guts.
I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
I know that they give alchemy ingredients, but I don't know if people buy those or not.
Yeah, it's like, here's your fish guts. Okay, thank you. Fish-headed hammer, salvage. Oh, nice. Iron ignates. Thank you. Small electric eel. What are you going to give me? 2 to 4 electric eel bait. I'll take it. Medium electric eel. Yeah, I'll go and take that. Medium fogfish. Fogfish tail. Okay, I'll take that. Or give me some wood. Yes. Nightcrawler bait. I'll keep you. Small catfish. Take the catfish whiskers. Fish sword. Iron ingots. Perfect. Small piranha. What are you going to give me? Fish guts. Oh, well, welcome to PC Gaming. Which is this rabbit's foot going for? 65. Oh, man. I don't want to. Some of this, I see the price. I'm like, kind of want to hold on to that. How much are these Solmos going for? $1?
Almost, I think, are the most used mode for a lot of crafts, at least in the potion side of it.
Cool. Before I start giving up the farm, do some crafting, I'll get back out to some fishing. Oh man, I'm overweight. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's grab some of the ammo. Right at 1400. I'm gonna have to start maxing, doing more rep grinds. All right, let's. Do I think the game will ever come to PS5? I hope that they bring this game to PS5. You mean? I think that would be good for everybody involved. Dill. I don't have any dill. Arg. Fish bait, meat bait. Roast pork shank. That looks yummy. Campfire stew. Grab some of that. I got a couple of different ones. I'll pull it up here in a second. Okay, so I still have plenty of things unlearned. A light meal. It seems to be what's the light meal versus the light ration? Oh, light meal is way better.
Dot shallows. Wall shallow.
Okay. All right. Got some work to do on that one. And we're gonna keep that where it's at. All right, so let's take a look at my trade skills. So I haven't touched jewel crafting yet. Smelting, woodworking, leatherworking, stone cutting, weaving. My gatherings. Oh yeah, that's how I'm currently rocking and rolling.
$300 fee stuff. That's quite a bit.
Let's just like try to refine anything that I've kind of got. Nope, nothing here.
Oof.
So who needed that? I don't know. There's my house. There's my dog. Oh, now I'm overweight. All right, let me slowly walk to the storage shed. Oh man, there's a war tonight for the zone. Oh, the war's ongoing right now. So they're fighting for it right now. There we go. There we go. All right, now. All right, I said this is fishing and a wood cutting stream. So let's go, let's get that cut on. Thank you so much for hanging out, Mana. I really appreciate you, man. If you have any other questions, or you ever just want to come hang out, you know, you're always welcome, dude. Yeah, I think if this game comes to PS5, Xbox, wherever, like just make the game. Just bring it out. Get it. It needs obviously native controller support because I don't think everybody's gonna want to have to try to figure out how to hack my guide into the console, but farming everything I can get my hands on. Well, thank you, Jesse. How you doing tonight? Ooh, any tips for a new healer? Leveling White Mage, learned a lot, but I'm about to hit level 16. I'm sure the skill curve is about to ramp up. Well, I think first and foremost, it's the same, strategy that you've been playing so far. Just try to make sure that your gear is decent. That's going to help save you a lot of stress and pressure, and just keep the party alive. And as soon as you really start like understanding what your skills do and how they interact, then go nuts. Like, I try to put your dot onto anything that's out there when possible. But obviously, like the healer's thing is, you want to keep people alive. But congrats on hitting level 60. That's amazing. Vancouver, very cool. Well, howdy from Texas. Tejas.
Ooh, congrats on 50.
Oh, wow. Congrats, man.
Thank you, sir.
Those milestones deserve caps.
Okay.
See if I can't hit 100 on my woodworking.
Didn't even realize I was that close. I was just gathering stuff.
Yeah, I've just been fishing. I think I burned through my burning through my rested experience. Yeah, tank and then you, or maybe sometimes you then the tank, but I mean, your friends, you spent 30 minutes at the boss because you didn't understand the mechanic and they didn't want it to spoon fed it. They wanted you to fail until you learned it. Yep. Those are friends that are treating it like a day one. Excuse me. All right, Jesse says, I want you to know that your criticisms are solid when you make them. Don't worry so much about avoiding negativity. You give a healthy kind of negativity. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I always just try to make sure I understand or try to understand thoughts about like the internet, social media, and my space in it is that it is easily can go negative. And I think that a lot of bad actors are out there. I'm not naming names, but I'm just saying that, just my general opinion. And so it's easy to be like, oh, it's just another negative. Like, oh yeah, everybody just hating on games because that's what gets the views. It's like, no, I get it, man. I get just as frustrated as everybody else. And here's the weirdest part about that, Jesse. Here's the weirdest part about it, that like as the channel grows, like that will be called into question more and more naturally, because you know, at some point, so like you recently found the channel, at some point, like maybe if I'm lucky, we'll cross 100, or maybe if I'm lucky, we'll cross 200, or we'll grow. And then at some point that will be called into question. And, you know, cause people are like, oh, clearly he's, you know, he's a big YouTuber or whatever. It's like, all right, like I'm just a guy who likes talking games with people. And it's weird because I was watching, gosh, what's his name? He's like an engineer, and he was just, I guess, getting beat up in the comments, and he made a video about it. And I was watching his video, and it's like, he said something that was so interesting. It's that relatability helps you grow, and then to a point where you're not relatable anymore. It's like, oh, you have millions of subscribers. Like, how does one relate to that? I don't know. Like, I'm not there, but I don't know. It's just been like watching those videos. I was like, oh, this is an interesting thought. Oh yeah, you're 100% right, dude. There are absolutely those nuances, and it's important to explore that. And I think the medium, when used like in a, like when both the creator, the person who's putting their thoughts out there, can hopefully communicate it effectively, and then the person watching the video is willing to receive it. I think probably talking to any other YouTubers I know, it's like you always just call into question, like, did they actually watch the video? Because and you see that no matter what, like did you really make it to the 30-second mark? You know, I don't know. YouTube does not tell me. Maybe one day. I'm glad. I was actively avoiding not talking about it. And then essentially when we were like doing the podcast and just like after in the post show, just like shooting the crap, and I was like, I'm angry about it. I'm angry about it because it creates a market of haves and have-nots. I'm angry about it because the solution in my mind is just raise the base price. Guess what? It sucks. Things go up in cost. I get it, but in like here, imagine LFG shouting for a chat for a dungeon must have the deluxe edition of New World. Like, how absolutely pathetic is that? And that's what pisses me off, because I already see the people in comments. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna buy the game. I know you are. I know you're gonna buy the game. And at some point you're gonna wake up and realize you've been part of the problem the whole time, but you're gonna be like, well, what happened? Destiny changed. Like, they changed a while ago, bro. You've been just so high on that. Come on. I hope they change, because I was ready to still spend $100 on them, and I would happily spend $120 on them if it kept everybody on the same playing field. And I know not everybody has that. There was a time in my life where I couldn't even afford like the internet, and like all, like I've been there, people have been there, and it's not like, I know that $20 sometimes can make or break you. And that's a beautiful thing about a video game, is you can get so much pure entertainment out of it for nothing, for just, yeah, like, okay, you paid your $60 or your whatever, and you can play that for a whole freaking year and have a hell of a good time. Oh, the Party Finder and Sarg looks so much cleaner. So happy to hear that, dude.
Oh, that's what my friend said. His Party Finder was so much cleaner today.
Thank gosh. Thank gosh. And the season passing, and like, here's what I was hoping going into the Witch Queen, is that Halo's season pass doesn't expire, and I think competition is critical. I think it's critical, and Destiny doesn't really have a competitor in that space, and they're stepping into the MMO, like, as the definition by the developers space. They're adding in crafting, they're doing all these things, so there's room for, like, you know, like, we can have that debate, and people debate me all the time, and all right, fine, let's have that conversation. But like, looking back, and I tweeted this out today, and it was raining. I was sitting at a stoplight taking Maddie to school, And I said, Anthem deserved better. Anthem players deserved better. And you look at it now, and you look at, you know, like people labeling Anthem as the Destiny killer, which is a curse. Like, you know, like don't label games as killers, but oh gosh, how good would it be if Anthem was in a really good spot? How good would it be to sit down and say like, oh man, I'm just going to go play this other looter shooter right over here, which is just as fun.
Right.
That's what keeps that bullcrap in check, in my opinion. Like I'm sitting here and I am not going to spend the money on Destiny. I am not going to play the Witch Queen. And I hope that they change. And the thing that I'll do is I will play another game. And if they change, I will love to go play some Destiny. I love Destiny. I've invested thousands of dollars into that game. I've invested thousands of hours into that game. And I hope people, and I know people are going to enjoy it, but it's that, oh, yeah. I think when you look at whatever they've been working on, Matador, or essentially, I think that's going to be really where they step into that. Like, we've got crafting, we've got systems, we've got, you know, massively multiplayer. Because that's why I call like 14 an RPG MMO. And that's not an insult. It's just, I think, how it's designed. It invites you into the RPG. Ooh, gold can now be tracked. Awesome. Invites you into the RPG, and then if you like it, you can stick around for the MMO, as opposed to like, okay, here's this big open world, go have your make your own fun. Oh yeah, well, like I remember I like that was one of my famous videos, like I'm done with Destiny video, and I was like, am I gonna make that video again? No, I'm not, because I want them to be better. And so the next thing I need to do, and I haven't done it yet, and I just need to go and spend some time and, you know, actually go post on the forums, and I need to be vocal about it, that it's like, guys, listen, like dungeon content is content people enjoy, and whether they want to take part in it or not, like don't create a haves and have nots, you know, content economy. Yeah, and the thing is about gamers is you can say stop supporting it, you know, like don't do that, and it only magnifies, like, I guess the marketing and the value, because at the end of the day, like somebody gets off work and they're like, I just want to shoot some aliens, man. Like I had my boss yell at me all day, like, you know, like I don't care about whatever drama or worldview you have about games. It's like, and I get it, like I'm not gonna sit here and say like there's nothing I can do. And that's what also angers me. I can write my feedback. I can say my piece. I can hopefully encourage people to communicate that, and hopefully we can slowly, you know, make changes. But it is what it is, man. Did we get the zone? Did they get the zone? Ongoing war. Oh yeah. So Covenant still held Everfall. Oh man, that's awesome. Like, you know, just a pure drama-esque way. The thing with the game though, like when you look at it, like that's where competition is the real answer, because essentially somebody has got dollars to give, they have time to play, and what would be the better thing to do is say, don't spend the dollar here, spend it over here. Because, you know, and that's where I'm kind of hopeful for Halo. Halo's got the, you know, battle pass that doesn't expire, and I want that to be the model. Like I don't want this manufactured FOMO, and the FOMO, for those who don't know, is the fear of missing out. And it's like, and FOMO is something we deal with, and there's times in life where it's natural, and there's times in life it's manufactured. And the manufactured season pass, that time thing of you got to play the season by this and this point, like that just has me disengaged. And so Halo says, here's your season pass, we're not gonna have it expire. You can go, you know, like you can play it, and when you're done leveling, there'll be other season passes that you can go kind of grind on. So whether you want to grind heavy on it or you want to casually play, like, you know, the choice is up to you. And as a parent, as a gamer, like that's one main reason why when I get really busy, I stop playing Destiny, and then I don't go back to playing Destiny when I get more time, because it's like, well, it's got 2 weeks till the season's up. I don't need that pressure in my life. I'll go play something else. I'll come check it out once the season ends and the whole loop starts back over. What's up, T? How you been, buddy? T, like Call of Duty sucks ass, dude. I wish that they would actually make a good Call of Duty, and they don't, and they won't, because they don't need to. They're gonna sell it, and it's just gonna print money. All the kids are gonna go get it, and I'm just gonna be sitting here going like, stop buying that damn game, you freaking jerks. Send them a message. They'll make a better game if you stop just throwing money. And then they have their cash shop in there. Like those things just print money, and then every year it resets. Like if you want to Call of Duty, go play Warzone. Don't go spend money on whatever the hell this next piece of garbage is going to be printing here in the next couple, weeks or something.
Makes me sad for Raven Software. They're stuck making that game.
Yeah. Well, there's security in it from a developer's perspective,
Yeah. But I mean, the makers of Heretic and Hexen making Call of Duty. Come on.
T's been grabbing Destiny heavy. Oh, dude, it's exhausting. Like, get rid of it. Wait. Yeah, Call of Duty's become that. I really hope that Halo Infinite is a way of kind of like reframing and bringing a little balance to the world, maybe. I really enjoyed Infinite. I'm really excited. I'm glad that they're considering they're testing out their Battle Royale. I think that's going to be, you don't have to like Battle Royale, but it's like, I think if you're going to sit here and try to draw new people into the game, like establish like the audience that wants that game, and then from there expand on it, just like, okay, cool, we're adding this. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna find time to play through the single player. I mean, without the co-op, I might just wait to play the single player story until, they have the co-op and I can play through it with Julie. Or maybe we'll just, make it a date night and grind out some Halo. We're gonna see a take on my 343 videos that they've been putting out. I haven't I saw their kind of like thing that they did at 8 a.m. I honestly don't know, like I'd have to go catch on it. Traditionally, like, I don't think people know me for my enjoyment of Halo. It's welcome to the Final Fantasy New World Halo channel. Like, all right, talk on, Ginger, I'm listening. it's kind of hard to tell like what's a young tree and what's not. Like it's like, oh, mature tree. Oh, young tree. Never mind.
I've learned where certain spots of them are outside of a city, but
I love it. People are like, oh no, game toxic. It's like every game's toxic, my friend.
just a matter of if you filter out the toxicity.
Yeah. Do you want to engage with it or do you want to ignore it? It's up to you. The choice is yours.
It's very nice
Yeah,
to see the.
that's true. I think everybody has a love for Halo. Like, you know, like it's a big. That's why I want to see a return to prominence in, you know, kind of like say like what is Halo, and then one of the key aspects is being on more than one platform. So you want to sit here and you want to compete against Fortnite and Call of Duty. Like they need to bring Halo to PlayStation. Oh, my axe broke. Like, bring it to PlayStation. Let's go. And then, but like that all kicks off like the console war warriors, and it's like you don't get it. Like, as they play on their PCs, it's like, come on, guys. Like, let the game be played.
It's like
Ooh,
putting Super Mario Brothers on PlayStation.
I would love that. I think that'd be good for Mario.
Yeah.
But Nintendo, like that's the thing. Like I sit here, when it comes to my frustration at Destiny, I'm also the guy who's mad at Nintendo all the time because they just don't understand or don't want to understand. They just like, we're just doing our thing. And yet, yeah, I got the new Switch. You know, it's like, yeah, like I understand the Destiny player because I'm knee deep in that same concept with Nintendo. Oh man, Microsoft's been crushing it, dude. But they need 14 on Xbox. It's like, come on, Microsoft.
It'd be really weird if Square's big surprise is a remaster of 11, but it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
That would be hilarious.
No,
actually.
like I would be so pissed if it was Xbox exclusive. I'd be so pissed if it was exclusive. Like I don't
Well,
like
I mean,
exclusive.
it'd be Xbox and PC because that's what they're doing this generation.
Yeah. So here's my conspiracy theory. Feel free to completely discount it or don't let it build up a false sense of hope in you when I say this. Yoshi P has talked very confidently a lot about the future of Final Fantasy XIV after Endwalker, and he's very excited about sharing those plans and more after Endwalker. So we are all kind of generally assuming, well, that makes sense to have that conversation sometime in January, which is kind of when it's a good time for him to reintroduce himself, because that's how he introduced himself to us the first time. Also in 2022 is Final Fantasy XI's 20th anniversary. These are two things that are happening and have been moving slowly towards one another for a while. I really think they might be ready to really just knock the socks off of us, because Yoshi P has said that he didn't get to make the MMO that he wanted to make because he had to make the MMO that was going to save the company.
Yep.
And it's like, and you see parts of this stuff bleed into like different pieces of content that they kind of like been trying and testing. I would love to see them sit here and say, hey, what is Final Fantasy like? And he's also said the number 14 is not going to make sense at some point. Like, it'd be so neat to see the 20th anniversary Final Fantasy Online, and it's a, you know, combination of 14 and 11. Oh, you like you know, like MMOs like New World, that's, you know, like more sandbox. Great. Like you just log in and you're like, I feel like going into Vanadil today. Or then you're like, you know what, I really want that story. But imagine just like an updated system that's like that combines the two games together. Nothing can compete with that. Oh, you're tired of you're kind of bored in 14. You're waiting for the next content drop to happen. Oh, have you tried out 11? Actually, I haven't. Very neat. You know, and just that all, but a modern esque, not like hyper modern, but at least to where it's like, oh yeah, you can actually get in and play, and you're not going to be sitting here like, I need to learn a foreign language to play this game.
I'd probably play if, like, say Final Fantasy 11 came out in like an HD version that looked good. I'd probably actually play it.
I think a lot of people would check it out. I think they need a little bit of quality life to really like help retain. I think that's where when you look at what New World's doing,
Yeah.
like it's like, okay, yeah, they definitely have a good balance. I can level while gathering. What a concept. Now, T-Pat says, I really would like if I reacted to the Jesse Cox interview. Okay. Did you guys like the Zeppela and the Asmon one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I thought it was funny that her whole goal was to get him to laugh.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got it in the middle of the video. She made sure you're like, look, I made him laugh.
Yeah, Tyler's still playing 11. He's just not streaming it because like, and it's the sad part of the industry. Like, you know, people aren't really interested in him streaming 11, and so like when it comes down to it, he wants to like, you want to maintain, like that's the stressful part of Twitch. Like I'll do some more Twitch streams whenever I'm focusing on like leveling up other jobs, like in the morning, like I've done, so that I can kind of hand off to Chris and we can hopefully grow that average viewer count. But I'm distinctly aware of that viewer count over on Twitch. Here cool. Hey everybody. Like I'm just like, it's just casual, because one of the neat things that I feel, at least with streaming on YouTube, is that I get, oh, this wolf's invincible. Bugged out wolf. We're running. I'm not gonna sit here and just slowly die to a wolf. Yeah, I cannot hit him.
No touch.
No touch wolf. Invincible wolf. Come on, run, Brian.
No peace.
Can't even really hurt me. Oh, I guess he got injured before. His life is already down, so maybe he's resetting position or something, and then he just kind of bugged out. Come on, you deckham. Like wolves, man. Like I tell you, this doesn't matter.
The high level wolves are
I love the elemental wolves and stuff like that. I tried charge attacking it. It did not want to charge attack. A lot of people love React content, and that's why I always find it funny if someone's like, oh, I hate React content, while they're talking on a React content piece. You know, it's like, oh, like, but you clicked on it, like, oh, yeah. I get it though. I get it.
I guess if they're there from a different part of your videos, kind of idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ninja and them they were running they've been running Dynamis. I think they're running Dynamis tonight. And I'm just like a low level guy, so it's kind of like, hey, let me know if y'all want to sink down to me. I just like busy. Now if Square wants to like drop a refreshed or remastered 11 on us, like I'm in. The thing is that I never want to farm y'all for views. And I use the term farm because that's how sometimes I feel like I felt like, oh man, oh, what's going on? And it's like, oh man, they're just, you know, I don't want to fart. Like, it's like, if I want to share it, I'm going to share it with you guys. So honestly, when it comes to React content, my general philosophy is that if you guys ask me to like weigh in on a subject, because I was like Lord knows, like I have a list of like 100 videos that have topics and thoughts that I had that about whatever that I'm like, oh, I want to work on that guide. I'm still wanting to work on the macro guide for 14, but then it's like, well, at the same time, we're also so close to Endwalker. It would, if they do put out some updates in Endwalker, it wouldn't be like a big note that Yoshi P would release. I'd like to make sure that it's as up to date as possible. And since we're less than a month away, it's like, really, what's going on? But I've already started writing some guides. But I don't know. My general philosophy is like, yeah, as requested. I don't know. I just don't. I never want y'all to ever feel like I'm just in here like I'm just in it for the views, because it's like I'm in it for the conversation. Like if I was in it for the views, like the rule would be stick to just one game, never talk about anything else. Stick to the most popular, you know. Like I don't know. I'm not trying to make a career out of this. I'm just having fun.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Oh, Beach Block is right there. Big potion. I don't hardly have access to this.
Oh, thanks, T-Pat. That really means a lot, man. Some more mature trees.
I do need to get my, whoops, put logging to 175 so I can get ironwood.
I don't.
Such a hassle.
Yeah. Exactly. Get that. That's why I want to get. That's why I hate when I run into the game of something I can't farm. I'm like, no, I'm not high level for that. The I don't think you'd cannibalize the 14 market if you had it as a one subscription. And whatever version of the game you're playing was connected, right? Like, oh, I mean, imagine if they brought 11 into the 14 engine, right? Like, oh, hey, we're the new, like, it ends up just being like, okay, like your character, your friends list is your friends list. Yoshi P talked about after the achievement system that they were going to work on the new friends, like a new friends list. I was like, thank you.
I can't wait for that to be redone.
Oh man, it's going to be nice.
Well, it's also like, so you have friends on other servers. It's so annoying to check if they're actually online.
Mm-hmm.
Among all the stock enabling that it has in it.
Exactly.
But that's why I was like, ooh. They said if you're found to be a stalker, you're banned. And I'm like, good.
Yeah, those terms of service changes I think are going to be really handy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
always,
yeah.
You know, gotta come from the top kind of idea.
One sub to rule them all. Final Fantasy Online, your hub to your world of adventure. All right. Okay. What are we doing here? Let's get some.
Get some.
There we go. Let's go smelt this down.
Now at 152 logging.
Nice. Yeah, I think one sub, because then that all of a sudden gets you also more value for your sub. We Chris and I kind of talked about this like in a video this week, was like you're not competing against another subscription-based MMO because there really aren't any. You can make the argument that WoW is. I would counter with it's a kind of subscription-based game. 14 is a kind of subscription-based game, you know, in different varieties, right? But generally, like you would think of those as subscription. Then we're playing New World. There's no subscription. Then we're playing Lost Ark. There's no, like, MMOs aren't going subscription because they realize that's a hamper on the industry, on the genre. But it's also been a requirement of what made the genre. Case in point, what's the real big competitor for MMOs? And it's Game Pass.
Girl.
Yeah.
And Game Pass includes MMOs. So it's like, okay, you know, like.
It's definitely like if the others, when you're a new MMO, going pay to play is difficult because then where's your population?
Yeah. can see buy to play being kind of the thing.
That's why I wasn't seeing anything.
Yeah, T, I still been playing Phantasy Star. I finished the story. I know that the Bouncer came out. Played Braver. I haven't played Bouncer yet. You know, so I've even had like streams scheduled where I was gonna play PSO2. I just haven't. Like I ended up getting busy and I was like, oh, I'll put up for later. It's like, okay. So at some point, like I love Phantasy Star. Woodworking level 100. Oh, I can now do wormwood planks and fine sandpaper. Very nice. Yeah, having a vendor would, like, whenever like the market hits like that 0.01 price would be like, okay, well, let me just go vendor that for 5, you know, whatever that the price of vendoring it would be.
I wonder if they're almost afraid too because of the bots.
Yeah, I mean, it is a guild way to insert guild into the game for sure. Wish I could sort it by weight. Like, what's the most heaviest things that are taking up my inventory? And how do I get them out of here?
Next to the sort at the top of it, it does have by weight. It does by time by default, but you can sort it by weight when it's at the top underneath the number of how heavy you are.
Well, I'm talking about for selling.
Oh, yeah, while you're in there. The market board needs work. There should be more ways to look for things, and like I would like to see, like, can you show me a list of all the buy orders that exist to see if I'd be willing to fulfill any of them?
Yeah.
Instead of having to have the item and then see if there's a buy order.
Right. Tell me who's buying what, and then if it's worth my time.
Because like when I could first make the level 60 potions, someone had to buy order for 100 of them, so I was like, here you go. But it was like free money.
Money's cheap.
Need to track the others. It's so hard to pin them when they're so close together.
Pristine diamond. Let's see if anybody wants that. Yeah, like that's really the big use of Gil, and I'm like, woo. I just don't glamour enough.
Oh, and 14.
Yeah, I might, I don't know. Like I'm kind of thinking about some of the things I want to do in Endwalker and kind of change up the game a little bit.
The only thing I can say is the only thing I've ever spent money on in the game is buying glamours, but otherwise the in-game money to me is kind of useless.
Yeah.
Because I don't participate in any of the other parts of it. I don't do the gathering and crafting. They don't do housing, so it just slowly accrue money.
Yeah. I'll give that a watch tomorrow while I'm at work. I watched the state of play. I was hoping for Final Fantasy 16 news, but I think that might just shift itself into
Post Endwalker.
2022. Yeah. Yeah, marketing is all Endwalker right now, and then it's like, oh, Yoshi P finishes Endwalker, he goes plays New World, gets lots of exciting ideas for what he wants to do with 14. But yeah, nothing stood out. I saw that Star Ocean is getting another game, but honestly, it just didn't look good. Like, I mean, if you were going to show me that Star Ocean game 10 years ago, it's like, oh, yeah, all right. Now I'm like, all right, well, I don't know. I've definitely fallen off the Star Ocean train. So I wish them all the best. Yeah, the fishing in New World's so much fun. It's so relaxing. Crafting and gathering is so. It makes me wish that. I mean, a lot of what people see in New World, I see a lot of Final Fantasy 14 1.0. Just realized, you know? Your weapon defines your class. Okay, cool. Well, you know, there wasn't really swapping weapons. Incoming downtime plan patch will go down at 11 p.m. All right, so we got a little time. I like that update. That's so nice of them. It looked more Phantasy Star. That's what I kind of remarked on it. I was like, it's giving me Phantasy Star vibes.
What? Wait. The servers are going down now?
No, 2 hours. That's 11 p.m. Pacific time. They're not adjusting it for your zone.
Well, no.
Oh, they are. They
Yeah.
are adjusting it.
Oh, they're going down now?
Looks like it.
Well, all right. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I might as well go to bed. Go log out in town. See if I can't. Yeah, because they're implementing patch 1.0.4. Which, if you guys are interested, they got the patch notes up in a video for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that gives me a reason to go to bed.
Going to
Talk to you
bed's a
guys
good
tomorrow.
thing. Yeah, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Me playing till the last second until it kicks me out.
Yeah, well, those gold sellers got to get those messages in. Gotta buy my gold. You know.
If you have nothing else to do, let's servers are down. Oh.
Oh, all right.
I'm very curious to see this in a year.
Oh, I know, man. It's gonna be like some of the interesting ideas that even Ashes has. I'm like, man, don't reveal that because, like, Amazon's got the money. They'd be like, oh, that actually sounds like a really cool idea. Let's do that same thing. All right, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hit end stream. Thanks for being here. Love you faces.